your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. See, we can go where we want to, places they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance.
Don't say it.
We can go if we want to, night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hearts to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to, if we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile.
How's it going, Truth Seekers? It's December 23rd. I'm coming at you from my luxury motel here in upstate New York, taking some rest and relaxation away from the cabin. What a lifestyle it is. In fact, I think I was destined for it. No longer feeling fit for mainstream society since becoming aware of climate collapse and the ecological crisis that humanity now faces head on. We will be breaching 2-degree territory next decade, which will instill mass chaos across this globe, including food system failure, massively retreating Arctic ice sheets, extreme weather, a potential AMOC shutdown, and many other converging crises to include mass migration and political fallout from the deception and lies that we're being fed. Aren't you glad that the government is so transparent and not run by a criminal organization, literally like a mafia? I am so sick of seeing Epstein's face and in bathtubs and luxury houses. Just lock them all up, bury them under Epstein's island, and let's call it good. But somehow we keep showing up to work, placating ourselves, and in Stockholm syndrome perhaps, that we have some kind of retirement or future, sign up for 401k because you'll get that later. Excuse the snark. Just got off work. I spend 30 hours or so at a parts store where I need a thick skin, and I carry some of that home with me. I manage this community, which I am so grateful for. You can't have everything. I'll say that again. You can't have everything. And although I tend to operate best under pressure, which sometimes I unintentionally put myself through, I also operate best in a loving relationship. But alas, that's no longer an option for the average man in the 2020s. In fact, if you didn't meet your partner in your 20s, then you are up shit creek, because the dating market is so cooked, like baked potato, dunzo. Women and men are so thoroughly divided culturally, financially, personality-wise. It's really hard to take each other seriously right now because we're facing existential crises on the horizon, and I am so thoroughly sick of playing the pretend game. What are we thinking? That this system is perpetually solvable? That we can keep having reserves of energy to power the data centers, which are sucking up all the power and causing our electrical bills to rise? I mean, what is the breaking point when Americans decide I'm fed up with the cost of living and paying exorbitant amount of fees for just basic life? I don't think there will be a point, because my experience is that the bystander effect is in full effect now. And if you want to see that in action, go watch the knife attack in Taiwan. A man ran from the police after he stabbed and killed 3 people, fell to his death. Everyone was just standing around watching him do it. Perhaps if this was America, someone would be concealed carrying and take him out of his misery. But that same psychological effect is happening across the world. And our false populist leaders certainly aren't doing anything about it. In fact, the whole damn thing is corrupted. I am pretty fed up with the human race. We are a sick, pathetic, useless species that does not and has not evolved to see long-term threats and react accordingly. There's a lot of research to back this up. I won't go into detail. You can ask ChatGPT and use a little bit more water and data. Why not? Fuck it. We're swirling down the toilet bowl anyways. Though there are some in my audience who still want to see the charade fall. They want to see, as I do, humans screaming in panic and terror from ravaging viruses, from melting permafrost and retreating Arctic ice sheets, sea levels rising, inundating cities, causing mass migration, and what's this? Breadbasket failures, food system collapse, ecocide. Sounds snarky. Sounds a little spiteful, doesn't it? Well, get up here and tell the truth for 5 years, as I have, about the imminent and existential threats that we face, and get a couple hundred views. No one in your social spheres bring it up, talk about it. No one in public, absolutely at all, raising concern or an eyebrow. We would rather die than to give up our way of living. Prime Day shipping, the next Avengers movie, aptly titled Doomsday, Steve Rogers returns. The world's a mess. I'm tired of lies, deception, the warring nations, the money we spend on the industrial military complex, the mass of it all, including the new ships that Trump wants to build, with laser cannons and hypersonic missiles, never-ending wars, the rape, the child trafficking, the abuse. I'm just so thoroughly sick of the human race. What about me and my family? I've gone no contact this holiday season. At some point in your life, you realize that the abuse is not worth it. The narcissist toxicity, the unaddressing of their own inner turmoil and dramas, instead vomiting and inflicting pain on others, I refuse to participate, and I advise you do the same. Feel no regret, as you should not, to cut toxicity out of your life. Do not participate in a system willingly causing ecocide and destroying our future in real time. Find serenity, a community of some sort. Many of you across the world I maintain a relationship with, and my neighbors always coming through, solid people, and bear witness with me. The swirling of civilization down the toilet bowl into collapse. Next decade, the world will be ravaged by panic, something I am looking forward to now. So, not to sound snarky, but I'm going to get back to enjoying my modern amenities of air conditioning and hot water on tap. And have a happy new year. Embrace the shit show that'll be 2026. As I predicted when Trump was elected, cost of goods are going up, but he's a negative populist, and instead of taking blame, he blames other people, even though he promised change and, fighting against the oligarchs, even though that's all who he invited to his inauguration. If you voted or supported for him, who's a child molester and pedophile, then you are a complete fucking moron, and you should unsubscribe right now. Period. If that isn't obvious. Well, what about the Democrats? They're all corrupted. The whole damn thing is up shit creek. Done. Okay? Take your life back in your hands. Do not participate as much as possible in this corrupt and evil system from top to bottom. Okay? Evil from top to bottom. And live your life in these remaining years and the way you've always wanted to. I'll talk to you later, truth seekers. Have a happy new year.